Hello and welcome. So this video is about the web development by ChatGPT. How ChatGPT can help us to develop web development process. See this app script for Google Sheet um, programming. What I asked ChatGPT, can ChatGPT write app script code for Google Sheet? And it says, yes, I can definitely help you write app script code for Google Sheets. AppScript is a scripting language developed by Google that allows you to customize. So this is proper answer. And here is an example. It says how to, read a range and change the background. This is like a proper, tutorial kind of thing. And then I wrote this one, JavaScript prompt. I did actually try to tweak a lot of questions, and every time I get the perfect answer. Oh, I ask actually a lot of things. So let's go back to beginning. Can ChatGPT write all the code for website login and logout workflow? And it says yes. However, it is important that to note that the specific implementation details will depend on the programming language. Obviously, this is understood, but I asked the generic question, right? And it gives a kind of generic answer, and then it gives the code itself, username and password for the input form, and then PHP example. Even though I didn't ask PHP, because I didn't ask about any language. It's a generic question, and it gives generic answer as well, PSP. So then I ask about login logout code in JavaScript and MongoDB. Okay, and here is the answer. So it's asking me to set the dependency, install the Express framework, and then it asks to call the MongoDBs, and then it's setting the variables, and then setting HTML form. And it is so proper code. It's like professional engineer, web developer developing the code. Obviously, this is how developers do the coding, and it's giving the step-by-step process. So its only thing is now, obviously, this is much easier for experienced web developer than the new novice or learner, because the learner has to learn first and do practical development work with the help of experienced one, and then they will understand how to integrate them all into one application. Then I asked write code in JavaScript to save login details in for the currently used device, and it gives proper answer. And then at the end it says, note that the storing sensitive information such as password in local storage is not recommended for security standpoint. So I ask again, write JavaScript code to store login details in server side. Use most popular secure authentication method for website, for desktop and mobile browser. So now you see, this time it gives proper way how we can actually do this authentication on server side. Step by step. So it says that it is a simplified example. There are many considerations. So as we go along and tweak and improve the code step by step, I see the possibility of having a complete website built by ChatGPT. Write JavaScript password hashing code for website login logout. So now it says encryption and decryption to be, how it should be in the code, and it gives proper code as well. Then write code in JS for creating users for website and storing the user information with end-to-end encrypted securities. And it gives all the library details, which library to install, and it's a perfect coding. To implement changing password for a user in a website using JavaScript. So this is about changing the password, and it gives the code, give the JavaScript code as well. And then I wrote generate code for best and most elegant user login, logout, and password change page in JavaScript. And it gives the simple, HTML and CSS and JavaScript code. And then I tweak the question. I want ChatGPT to be my most senior expert web development software engineer. Build for me a landing page website with simple and most elegant looking design with most attractive background colors and menus and submenus and login logout buttons. So you see, this time it tries to give most elegant code, CSS. So as you see, as I ask the ChatGPT to write code for me, it gives the proper answer. So if I know how my project to be developed, what are the features in my project, I can ask simply ChatGPT to do the coding for those small features, and as we go along, we just integrate as a developer. So developers no need to write code anymore. Instead, they need to integrate or add the information into the code. Kind of integration between pages and something like that. But it's no more, code to be developed by developer. Instead, ChatGPT can do all this development. User or developer will have to integrate those files, I guess. Possibly, there will be also case maybe it will be integrated as well with the database and other external thing if proper information is given to the ChatGPT as input. Here I ask give me code to integrate between G Sheet and WhatsApp, and you see it's actually imported the Twilio account. Okay. Then I ask ChatGPT to list out the WhatsApp API provider in India, and it gives 5 provider. Here I ask give me code for setting of auto logout in JavaScript, and it gives me the code in seconds. Here I ask for auto logon feature for next login by user in website. You see this is one simple exercise that I did to understand how ChatGPT can help us write better code.